Okay, the next video in this series is creating 1-point perspective letters. For this, again, I'm in my sketchbook. I've got my paper turned landscape orientation simply so that I have a little extra room. I already labeled it at the top with 1-point perspective letters. And then the next thing I want you to do is add a vanishing point right down here at the bottom. Let's see if we come up a bit. All right, we're just going to stay it right smack dab in the center. Your vanishing point could go off to the left or the right, but just for making things a bit easier, we'll put it there. Okay, so for this, you're going to be creating block letters. And I recommend using simple block letters, as in the sides are straight. So if we're doing a C, your block would look like this rather than like this. Do you see the difference? Okay, so this is what I recommend that you use over here. Okay, so let's start with a C. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to start by creating a rectangle that's about 1.5 inches wide and 2 inches tall. And that's just going to keep my shape nice and uniform. So I don't have the top bigger than the bottom. Okay, so there's a nice simple rectangle. And then to make it into a C, I just need to add another line through here, correct? So that's just going to make it look like a C. You could measure this out if you really want to. You can eyeball it. Trust your judgment on that one. Try to keep it as uniform as possible so that you're showing a high level of craftsmanship. And then if I erase right here, I've got a shape of a C. Okay. But I want to make this look three-dimensional, so I'm going to use those 1-point perspective techniques where we simply go from each corner of the object to your vanishing point. So this is similar to the star from the Simple Shapes video. So I'm going to start right up here and draw a line down to my vanishing point. Then here, these are both exterior points, so we can see them. And then here we have an interior point. It's going to stop when I get to the other part of my C. Again, these are opaque shapes. We cannot see through them. That one goes all the way to the vanishing point, all the way to the vanishing point, and all the way to the vanishing point, just like that. For the unit that you're doing, for the project that you're doing, you're going to be able to leave all of your lines going to your vanishing point. However, I would like to show you very quickly how to stop your shape if you do want to do that for your project. So these two verticals, I can steal those at the same time. So I'm going to steal them right there, slide it back, and create my vertical there and there. Then I have a horizontal here. So I'm going to steal that, slide it down till I see that other point. There's my bottom of my C. Then same thing up here, steal that horizontal, slide it down till I see it, and then slide that over. Now you might notice, see that little section right there? That would no longer continue going to the vanishing point. You would actually be able to steal this vertical line here, slide it over, and there you have your C. But again, that's if you want to put it back on your shape. That is not a requirement for this particular project. It is obviously a choice, but not a requirement. Okay. So that's how you do a C. Let me show you a little more complicated shape like an S. Let's come over here and do it again. We're going to do, again, 1.5 inches here. Bring it up 2 inches. No. And 2 inches. And then 1.5 here. May hear the bell ring in a few minutes. That's okay. I'm going to draw a line over here. This is going to be an S. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. Come down.
I even out of the road.
Over. Okay, I can erase this part, and you can see my S. Okay, And then I'm going to go from each of these points to my vanishing point. So let's start here and go down. And way over here, but it's going to stop when I hit the shape of the S. Same thing here. And over here. And there's my S. Okay. You can add it back to it or you can leave it alone. It's completely up to you. Okay. So once you have created your practice letters, you're going to start thinking about what letters you want to use for your final project.